You cannot allow the things that you see to distort the truth of what God has for you. Ooh, that is good, because that's exactly what the devil wants. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kaya Renee, and if you are new here, please make sure you go ahead and press the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I'm gonna be talking about something that I think has gone unnoticed for quite some time now. It's not unnoticed, but people don't talk about it as much as they talk about other topics that I know are affecting so many people. Today we're going to be talking about breaking this barrier of comparison. When I deleted crappy social media, crappy old Instagram, I love Instagram, but the things that are on there, you don't need to be feeding your spirit with that all the time. And if somebody once said, when the things in your life are turned up too loud and you can't hear the voice of God, that's when you know you need to turn those things down. If you're going throughout your day and you can't hear the voice of God, something in your life is turned up way too loud and you need to turn the volume down, crank it down. And that's just that. I think this is a very gender neutral conversation. This goes for men and it also goes for women. We all struggle with this in different ways. Me personally, I struggled with comparing myself to others for the longest time. If I can remember, ever since I was little, I used to kind of put myself on the back burner and not give myself enough credit. Today I'm really just going to be talking about this spirit or this barrier of comparison and then giving you some tips on how you can break this, because truthfully it is a terrible thing to do. It discourages you, it brings your mood down, it makes you second guess yourself. We about to bring it on back. We're gonna bring it back to the basics. We're gonna talk about it and we're gonna keep it real, raw, and uncut. On YouTube, I'm considered like a very small YouTuber. I only have 906 subscribers, but out of the 906 of you guys, the ones that do actually watch my videos, I'm hoping that this can encourage you. I don't care if it's one person that this video touches. I want it to touch you. I want it to resonate with you, because it only takes one person to touch another person, to touch another person, to make a difference. So if we do that enough times, then this world will be a way better place. But enough of that, let's get straight into the video. Being transparent, Instagram was one of my biggest pitfalls. And it's crazy because if you guys know anything about Christianity and the natural and the spirit realm, and if you know about the presence of God and all the things that he creates for us to be good, you also know that there's the devil, and he takes everything that God makes or has made and turns it into something really perverted and just twisted. For instance, Instagram and other social media platforms are there for us to connect with others, to relate to others, to share good times, to express ourselves. Overall, it's a pretty good idea. Those type of platforms are there for us to just kind of connect and share the good parts about our life. Yes, given that's true, but there's also this twisted view of it where people only show the good parts of their life. That's all they reflect, and then you will have other people look at that and be like, and compare themselves to it. For instance, I'm a female, you know, I see other beautiful women on social media, and for me it's like, man, I wish I looked like her, or man, I wish my hair was done like that, or man, I wish my nose was smaller, man, I wish I had this, man, I wish I had that, or if she just got something, oh, this and this. And it's a fine line. It's not jealousy, because I've never been jealous of anybody in my life. If anything, I'm a go-getter and I'm gonna figure out how to get something on my own. You have to step back and you have to evaluate your season in life. So the problem with things like Instagram is that you see all of these good things being flooded onto social media daily, every single day, every hour of the day. And we live in a very technologically, I cannot say that word, we live in a very technical type of world where everybody is constantly picking up their phone, checking social media at every waking second of the day. So it's bound that you're gonna see, you know, people's lives on a daily basis. For me, what I had to understand, what I think is important for every single person, whether you're a male or a female, is understanding that there's seasons in your life, and seasons don't necessarily come back all the time. So you can't compare your season of life to someone else's season of life, because you guys are in two different places. If we all had the same story, if we were all walking the same path, if we were all walking the same journey, that would make life so boring, because it's like I already know what to expect. So we can't take what somebody else is doing, whether they did just get a new car, whether they did just get a new promotion, whether they did just get engaged, whether they did just get married, whether they did have a baby. You can't look at people and you can't say, well, I wish I had that, because they're in a whole nother season of their life. You don't even know what they experienced beforehand in order to get them to that place. So I think what God was working with me on was understanding that there's, in each season, you have to be able to look back and say, okay, I'm in this season of my life. What can I take away from this season? So what I've gotten that I think God is speaking to me is patience, trust, faith in his plan, and ultimately just being satisfied with the things that I do have. Because it's not like the season that I'm in is bad, but when you're on social media, it's easy to compare, like, well, I'm here and they're there. What am I doing that they're not doing, or what are they doing that I need to start doing? And that's the wrong mentality to have. I'm sorry if this video is kind of like rambling or talking in circles, because it's so much that I can say about this, so I'm trying to just get my thoughts out, and I didn't really write down anything. I'm just going off my head. So that's that. Going into things that we can do in order to stop comparing, and I kind of already said one of them already. The thing that you can do in order to stop comparing yourself to others and break this barrier that is created is take a break from social media. It is okay to not be on social media. I promise you, you're not missing anything. It's the same stuff that's been on there, that's going to continue to be on there, and that will probably forever be on there. My biggest pitfall was Instagram. Instagram was making me feel a certain way. It was making me feel like I needed to be more ahead. I needed to change something about myself. I needed to this, and the truth is, I didn't need to do anything. The season that I'm currently walking in and have been preparing for is beautiful, and there's probably people looking at me and saying, wow, I want to be where she's at. And we should, no matter how good any of us are doing, we should never look to our brothers and sisters and be like, I want to be where they're at. It doesn't work like that. You have to appreciate your season of life. So yeah, taking a break from Instagram has opened my mind to so much. Like, my head is clear because I'm not distracted by the other people and the other things that I'm seeing. I'm able to literally have a laser beam focus. Like, okay, boom, this is what God has spoke to me. Boom, this is the plan that he has for me. Boom, this is the path that I need to be walking in. So, ooh, I'm preaching right now for real. But when you strip away the things that are pulling you from God's plan and pulling you from God's visions, when you take those elements away, he will speak to you way more clearly. He's always been speaking to you, but the reason you can't hear it is because you're distracted. Take a break from social media. You don't need it, sis. You don't need it, bro. I'm telling you, you're not missing anything. I'm telling you. Now, the reason I only did Instagram and not my other platforms is that I still use like Snapchat and things to promote my business. And Snapchat, I really don't go on there, honestly, unless I'm promoting myself, to keep it real. Instagram is literally like a catalog of just all the thrills of life, and they're good things. Like, I love seeing the things that other people are doing, but sometimes it can be a distraction if you don't have that laser beam focus. Next thing I'm gonna say is spend more time with God. Now, this is a very broad, general statement, and before you click off on my video, before you do it, let me explain. I'm gonna break it down. So, time with God, that means you have to figure out what that means for you. For me, I love music. I love to sing. So worshiping is the easiest way for me to feel a connection to Jesus himself in his spirit. I'll be in the car sometimes and turn on worship music, and it's like my whole car is filled with his presence, and it brings a sense of peace over you, a peace that Instagram can't give you, a peace that your friends can't give you, a peace that your job can't transfer into your bank account. This is a peace that is just like be still and know that I am with you type of peace. So I worship, some people pray, some people journal, some people literally just sit and talk to God. I've done that too. I'll sit, and that's kind of a form of, or a way of prayer. Just sit and talk to God. Give him your worries, give him your cares. God wants to take those insecurities. He wants to take that spirit of comparison. He wants to take whatever you're struggling with, and he wants to take it for you. So first, eliminate the distraction, then spend more time with God, because when you draw near to him, he will draw near to you. He's not going to come bombard you. Say God is a gentleman. He's going to knock on your door, and he's going to ask you to invite him in. He's not going to just forge his way into your life. So once you eliminate the factor, and I know I'm talking about comparison, but this really goes for any area of your life that might be distracting you or distorting your image of what is right. Next, we're gonna talk about, and I feel like I'm preaching up in here. Whoa, okay. Recognize your season and make a note of all the positive things that encompass that area of your life. Like, there was a season where I was heavily invested in music and pursuing that, like, diligently. That's all I was doing. And then one day, that season of my life passed for reasons that I can't even get into in this video, but that season of my life passed over, which is fine. And then I maneuvered my way into a new season, even though I wanted to hold on to that season of music and I wanted to pursue it as heavily as I was. If God is pulling you from something, if he's taking you from it, you really cannot go back to it. That's why it's so important to recognize your season. Like right now, I'm in the season of preparation. I'm in the season of trusting and building ultimate faith in God. Like, truthfully, I don't like waking up and feeling worried or feeling like, oh, I gotta figure this out, I gotta figure it out. It is such a relief to wake up in the morning and be like, God's got me, God's got it, God's gonna fix it, God's gonna figure it out. Like, I don't have to worry about that. Problem is, we get on social media and we see so-and-so and such and whoever doing whatever, and we're like, man, I wish, and I've been praying, but I don't see anything yet, and I feel like, whatever. You cannot allow the things that you see to distort the truth of what God has for you. Ooh, that is good. You cannot allow that to, because that's exactly what the devil wants. He wants to twist what God made for good and turn it into something evil and bad and get you into this place of isolation where you're like, oh my God, and you're starting to freak out, and that just leads into other things. So it's really important to recognize the season that you're in and then appreciate it and figure out all the things that are positive. So me, I could say like, oh, this season of preparation is too long. Oh, this season of trusting God is too hard. Oh, this season of having faith is just, I don't feel like it. If I did that, if I took this moment of my life that may or may not come back in the same way it did previously, I might miss what God has for me in this season. So that's why it's important to take what he's put you in and pick out all the good things about it. Focus on the good parts about it. And when you focus on the areas that God has for you that are meant for you and positive, it'll move your life in a whole different direction. And then that season that you're in may go by even quicker or feel like it's going by quicker. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it didn't come across as ranty or venty. I really just want to start to help you guys and have real life talks, raw and uncut, about the things that I know people are struggling with. If I'm struggling with it, I know somebody else is, and probably it's tons of people. So if you have any other video topics or ideas or just things you want me to do on my channel, let me know down below. Of course, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Love you.